It is were. I think it is are. I think you still continue to be a little intimidated.
So, I mean, it's just wonderful having Salman as host. And without much ado, I let him speak a few words. Please welcome the iconic Salman Khan.
Ask what you want.
No, first you say something.
In so many years, this is the first time you got a chance to ask. So ask.
I have interviewed you once at my Mehboob studio. So, I mean, my first question.
My problem at that point in time was that I knew names, but I didn't know faces with those names. अभी तक वो problem चलता है. तो अभी बीच में ही ऐसा हुआ है कि मैं एक फेस को जानता था, लेकिन उसका नाम नहीं जानता था. और वो मेरे बारे में हर आर्टिकल में बुराई चल रहा था. और फिर वो एक किसी पिक्चर के लिए करीबन 1.5 साल पहले वो एक इंटरव्यू के लिए आई और फिर किसी ने उनका नाम पीछे से बुलाया तो वो घूमी. तो ऐसे अच्छा आप हो. तो ऐसे ही ये हुआ था. उस वक्त नाम और फेस का दोनों का मिलाप नहीं था. अब है अच्छी तरीके से, क्योंकि जब इतना बुरा लिखा गया मेरे बारे में तो मुझे वो फेस और नाम को एक जोड़ के रखना पड़ा. आइए पूछिए अब क्या पूछना चाह रहे.
So before I open it to the press, I would like to know what was your first ever FilmFare performance? How did you feel?
I will tell you my first ever FilmFare performance. I will not take the name of the editor at that point in time, but it was just after Maine Pyar Kiya. You can figure it out who it was.
Okay.
So I was told I should come for the FilmFare award, and that the award was going to be given to me. So I went there with my father. My father wore his suit. Whole family went there. Beautiful. And then the nominations were announced. Best actor goes to Salman Khan. I stood up. Then another name was taken. And then another name was taken, and the award went to Jackie Shroff. So then, because I was told this, okay, I was going to get it. So my dad said, "Ye kya hai?" Anyway, I was to perform that night for the first time. So I went backstage and I said, "This is something I cannot do because this is not done. I don't care. I don't care at all. I mean, Jackie's got it. He was damn good in Parinda, but you shouldn't have done this with me. And since you're my father's friend, you shouldn't have ever done this, you know." So he said, "No, but you have to perform." I said, "I cannot perform." So then suddenly he said, "You know what? I'll pay you for this performance." So I said, "How much?" So he gave me a figure. So I said, "It won't happen in this much. Little more. I took a substantial figure at that point of time, and that was the first time, 5 times that. 5 times them. And then he said, "Please don't tell anyone." I said, "This is the wrong person you're talking to." So there was, I think, Juhi and Aki there. I came out. I think Centaur Hotel में था वो. Pool के ऊपर उन लोग वो ramp और stage बनाते थे. तो I said, "बाहर निकलो भाई Aki." Juhi, I said, "ये check मेरे पास आया इस performance का. जरा बात कर लो, अपना भी निकाल लेना." कितना है ऐसे ये फिगर नहीं बताऊंगा तो negotiate कर ले. So that was the first time that any award function has paid for a performance. हमेशा से वो award के लालच के अंदर perform कराते थे और वो हमने ये change कर दिया FilmFare और हमने और इनके उस वक्त के editor ने. So आज जो हम लोग award functions के लिए परफॉर्मेंसेस के लिए होस्टिंग के लिए पैसे कमाते हैं, ये बदौलत है इनके उस वक्त के एडिटर की.
So, sorry,
तालियां
Salman,
उनके लिए.
sorry to interrupt, but Salman was sharing this same story with me a couple of weeks ago, and he was telling me because I'd met Akshay a few years ago, and then he started talking about this. But the credit for making the industry open one more avenue for revenue. All the credit goes to Mr. Salman Khan.
No, it goes to your editor at that point in time. I just saw an opportunity, I took it. And after that, everyone started paying. And now I'm going to start award dena paise do.
Salman, I have a question for you. You've been a part of the industry for so many decades now. The last couple of years, obviously, it's been tough for all of us in India, but, in tough times, you saw an excessive amount of negativity, trolling, and I think the Indian film industry has always been a little bit of a soft target. It's great to see that, we bounced back, with a bang. But in the meantime, you've also had platforms like OTT, etc., become mainstay of Indian public. What are your views on how the two will coexist? Because you obviously live it every day. Will one impact the other, or?
I really don't know. I mean, when there was just the film industry, TV was not there. When TV came in, a lot of people from the film industry started getting a lot of work on television. And then the people who did not get work on television, now they started getting work on OTT. So there's a lot of work for actors. But OTT has suddenly started becoming cooler than television, which I don't think. So, I mean, this is one lot of people. एक पहले जो parallel cinema हुआ करता था, वो अब OTT हो गया है. अब OTT का पहले चक्कर, I think the first one to start this off was, I think, Ram Gopal Verma, one of the first few to do that kind of stuff on OTT. And then after that, people started watching. And I just think that I don't believe in that kind of content. I mean, I've been here since 1989, and I have never done any of this kind of stuff. So I just think that there should be a censor on OTT, and all this, vulgarity, nudity, gali, galoch should, stop, because अब सबके पास ये सब फ़ोन पर आ गया है. So, चलो 15 साल का 16 साल का बच्चा देख ले, आपको अच्छा लगेगा कि आपकी छोटी सी बेटी देखे पढ़ने के बहाने में. तो I just think that जो content should be checked on OTT, and जितना clean होगा content उतना बेहतर होगा, and I think viewership उसकी ज़्यादा होगी. आप ये देख लोगे, आपने परफॉर्म कर लिया, आपने लव मेकिंग सीन्स कर लिए, आपने किसिंग कर लिया, एक्सपोज कर लिया, और आप अपने बिल्डिंग के अंदर घुस रहे हैं और आपका लिफ्टमैन, आपका वॉचमैन आपका कंटेंट देख रहा है. सो आई जस्ट डोंट थिंक दैट वो अच्छा है. आई मीन फॉर सिक्योरिटी रीजंस, फॉर वी डोंट नीड टू डू दैट. हिंदुस्तान में रहते हैं, थोड़ा बहुत ठीक है, बट इतना ज़्यादा बीच में हो गया था. अब जाके थोड़ा कंट्रोल में आया है. Now people start doing a lot of good content and decent content. क्या होता है कि कुछ लोग कर लेते हैं, जो लोग बहुत ही talented हैं उनको, और जो नहीं करना चाहते हैं they get left out. So इसके ऊपर censorship तो होना ही होना चाहिए. जो हमारी पिक्चरों के ऊपर है, जब थोड़ा सा blood आ जाए, ज़्यादा हो जाए, एक्शन ज़्यादा हो जाए, वो A सर्टिफिकेट दे देते हैं, UA दे देते हैं. तो वाई नॉट हियर? टेलीविज़न पर भी है. मैं बिग बॉस होस्ट करता हूँ, मुझे पता है, क्योंकि अंदर इतनी गाली गलोच होती है, इतनी मारपीट होती है जो कि हम दिखा नहीं सकते. तो वो टीवी का जो सेंसर था, व्हाट इज कॉल्ड, हाँ क्या बोलते हैं वो टीवी के सेंसर को, कुछ है उनका एक तो वो है जो भी है, तो उनके नॉर्म्स के हिसाब से हम वो आपको वो दिखाते हैं. क्या अपने कुछ और ही है. हाँ ऐसा या अरे देखा, ये होता असली जर्नलिस्ट जोइट का. व्हाट आर यू डूइंग apart from sending me text messages that you're excited to see me?
Salman, one more question, and you mentioned this last when we met. Like even in the South industry, I think per number of people, they have more theaters than I think the Hindi film industry does. I think the biggest reason for China being such a big market, even for American films, is the massively large number of theaters that they have. what's your view on what we can do here? Because somehow private part guys don't want to sort of look at investing that. Should it be something that sort of the government should look at as an infrastructure thing?
So we earlier used to have a lot more theaters than we do now. You know, there are 1,600, 1,800, 500, 400, 2,000 theaters shut in every state. I just think that they should open up. It's more revenue for everyone. It's more taxes for the government. You know, they should just open up. More films can come in. Screens can come in. But let's see when that happens, that happens.
Salman, one last question. I think, whilst Maharashtra is Bombay is the home of the Indian Hindi film industry, we see a lot of the talent and the producers actually doing a lot of location shoots either in other parts of the country or obviously in other countries. And perhaps a big reason for that is the sort of tax-friendly or business-friendly incentives that governments like the government of Abu Dhabi, London, etc. offer. And one of the things that we've been discussing with the Maharashtra government is, we have the sea, we have cities, we have forests, we have hills, everything. So what will it take for,
We have the industry based here.
Yeah.
Now UP is opening up, Haryana's opened up, Madhya Pradesh has opened up. They're all giving you a rebate, and the film productions have gone so high that this rebate for smaller film does make a huge difference. I mean, you get a rebate from these places depending on your production budget of 2, 3, 5 crores. So that's a lot of money in a small film. And I think that will eventually open up in Maharashtra as well. Everyone is shooting everywhere else. But since Maharashtra, we all shoot in Maharashtra. Film City ho, या नायगांव हो, या उमेरगांव हो, या करजत हो, या जहाँ पर भी हम शूट करते हैं, तो अभी तक इनके ध्यान में आया नहीं. बट बहुत सारे लोग यहाँ से अब बाहर रिबेट लेने के लिए शूट करने जा रहे हैं.
Salman, just moving back to entertainment, what are your thoughts about who's the sort of youngster, male or female, that I think you think will be the Lambi Race Ka Ghoda? Anybody that sort of you think is exceptional?
नाम लो, कौन कौन है? All these guys are really good, really talented. Very talented. All of them are really hard working. They're all very focused. But the 5 of us are not going to give it up so easy. 5 में कौन है? शाहरुख, आमिर, मी, Aki, Ajay. We'll make them run for their money. We'll tire them out. We'll tire them out. हम लोग की पिक्चरें चलती है, हम प्राइस बढ़ाते हैं, और वो उसके चक्कर में जब हमें नहीं मिलता तो वो प्राइस बढ़ा देते हैं. क्यों भाई? And I've been hearing this for a long time कि हमारी जो हिंदी पिक्चर है वो चल नहीं रही. खराब पिक्चर बनाओगे तो कैसे चलेगी यार? सिंपल है. पिक्चर वो बनाओ. अब हर एक के दिमाग में ये होता है कि हम मुगल आजम बना रहे हैं, शोले बना रहे हैं, हम आपके हैं कौन बना रहे हैं, दिलवाले बना रहे हैं, बट वो इवेंचुअली बनती नहीं है. क्योंकि आजकल के कुछ डायरेक्टर्स जो मैं जिनके साथ मैंने इंटरेक्ट किया है, नाम भी ले सकता हूँ लेकिन लूँगा नहीं, वो पूरे हिंदुस्तान को कोलाबा से लेके अंधेरी तक के समझते हैं, जो कि वो हिंदुस्तान नहीं है. हिंदुस्तान है वो रेलवे स्टेशन के उस तरफ से स्टार्ट होता है, ईस्ट से स्टार्ट होता है. तो आजकल के एक बड़े ही कूल डायरेक्टर्स एंड प्रोड्यूसर्स के एक इस टाइप की पिक्चर बनाएंगे, वो पिक्चर चलती नहीं है. हमको देखना है हिंदुस्तानी कंटेंट. और ये अगर मैं बोल रहा हूँ तो इसलिए बोल रहा हूँ क्योंकि मेरी फिल्म किसी का बात किसकी तो ये मुझ पे भारी नहीं पड़ना चाहिए.
इनफैक्ट सलमान आपको
बड़ा बोल रहा था कि ये कौन सी पिक्चर है बना और ये देखो इन्होंने क्या खुद बनाया है.
सलमान, आप लोगों को ये स्टोरी बहुत ही पोलाइटली और फॉर्मली बता रहे हैं बिकॉज मुझे उन्होंने अपने यूनिक अंदाज में यही स्टोरी सुनाई थी.
तो 21 तारीख को रिलीज हो रही है किसी का भाई किसी की जान। ये मटेरियल रख लेना भाई, शायद काम आए। फिल्म फेयर के फंक्शन में बड़ा बड़ा बोल रहा था कि कंटेंट अच्छा नहीं है, आपने क्या बनाया है। ट्रूथ इज हमने बहुत मेहनत की है इस पिक्चर के ऊपर और हर एक कोई करता है, लेकिन अब जैसे कि ये कुछ पिक्चरें चली हैं अब जाके वापस से, क्योंकि वो हमारी हिंदुस्तानी फिल्में हैं। जो पिक्चर चली है वो हमारा कंटेंट है, वो हमारी वो 30-40 लोग फैमिली के देखने जाते हैं वो फिल्में। एक ऐसी फिल्म जो कि इतना पैसा खर्च करो और फिर उसके अंदर एक इतना ज़्यादा कंटेंट नहीं होता, तो वो नहीं चलती। और आजकल टिकट प्राइसेस भी इतनी महंगी हो गई हैं कि यू वांट टू गो एंड सी लाइक अ बिग लार्ज फेस्टिव फिल्म जिसमें इमोशन हो, ड्रामा हो, गाने अच्छे हो। बाय द वे किसी का भाई किसी की जान के गाने सुने आपने? है ना? अब ट्रेलर भी आएगा। हाँ, उसके बाद 21 तारीख को फिल्म भी आएगी। तो बेसिकली अब कब है फिल्म फेयर? 27 को। तो 21 को किसी का भाई किसी की जान रिलीज है। 24 को मैं कुछ और कर रहा हूँ। 27 को ये है फिल्म फेयर। तो आप सब वहीं पर मिलोगे मुझे। और जिस अंदाज से अभी ये होस्ट किया है वैसे ही फिल्म फेयर भी होस्ट होगा। आई होप यू गाइस एंजॉय इट। बस और कुछ किसी को पूछना है?
I'm opening the floor.
मुझे भी ये फीलिंग आ रही है अंदरूनी। वो तो कमाल ही था, हमारे पूरे टीम ने हमको रोका गया कि नहीं लगदा दिल, ये गाना डालना नहीं, 80s का गाना है, आउटडेटेड गाना है। वही गाना सबसे बड़ा हिट हो गया। लव इट।
Well, that was a very fascinating conversation. Thank you so much, Mr. Pillai. Thank you. Yes.
1 second.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
We have time for 4
Yes.
questions.
So we
from the
just
members
heard
of
the
press.
questions.
Just identify the media that you are from. Just identify the media. Yeah.
And please
Hi.
stick to the occasion.
Hello, hi. Hi, my name is Jaan and I'm from Starry Nights. My question is for Mr. Tarun. You are associating with FilmFare for the first time, so what are your thoughts on the same?
No, it's a matter of great pride, and like I said, FilmFare is like the Oscars of India and 68th year, and we believe that it really gives us access to the youth of India, and I believe very strongly that, and like Salman Bhai also said, films are really making a very, very strong comeback. 23 has started with a bang, and we believe that they reflect the culture of India, and it really cuts across boundaries, the Indian film industry, and cuts across geographies as well, much like Hyundai. And we are very confident that this first time is going to really continue, and very, very glad to be associated with such a reputed name as FilmFare. Yeah, thank you.
इनका कहने का मतलब है देखो पठान कितनी बड़ी हिट हो गई।
Hi, my name is Sanika. My question is for Mr. Jitesh Pillai.
It was fun. The performances were live, and we would have the transmission on the same day, like a delayed. I think that was the fun. Much before the newspapers. Today you have Twitter. Everybody's doing all of that. But those days was great, and we were, like I said, we had never seen the stars large as life. So to see Salman sir perform, Amit ji perform, Rekha perform, Madhuri perform, for us it was the magic of the movies. And you saw people go up on stage. You've only seen them in magazines and you've heard about them. And some of my most favorite moments were when Dilip Saab won his award, and Shami Kapoor, and they were all on stage, and Amit ji coming. I remember we were sitting on the ground watching Salman perform because there were those seats. So, and he was doing the grand finale. So
Now that scares me.
So that
We'll have seats.
we'll be there. So the fun of watching live performances and of course there were not so many award ceremonies those days. So that also gave us an exclusivity. It was great and to celebrate cinema. And those days we had the Marathi awards as along with the Hindi awards and all of that. So there was much more sort of synergy. Now of course we have separate awards everywhere. And like I said, for a rookie, you get to see the biggest stars in the country perform live. And that was like really, really something. I mean, nothing beats that. Nothing beats that.
Hi, my name is Samina Sheikh and my question is to Deepak Lamba. Properties like Filmfare Awards attract a huge beeline of sponsors. So what are your thoughts on the same?
What are my thoughts on?
On the same, attracting a lot of
Look, I
sponsors.
mean, everybody has a vision, whether it's individually or whether it's when you're representing any company. But to translate that vision into reality, you need the funds, right? Otherwise, vision will remain in your head. So I always say we have three stakeholders at Filmfare, right? Our sponsor partners help us turn our vision into reality. The awards is very laser focused, and our dharma is to actually try and recognize the best and reward the best of Indian talent. So it's for the Indian film industry, and we try and make this as entertaining as possible so the Indian consumers can see their favorite stars in a big. So these are our three constituents, and our focus has always been to just laser focus on these three industries. I always believe that, in India, I mean, we have various products that create divides, but I think the film industry and cricket are the only two sort of passions in India that unite India across sectors. So it's a matter of great pride for us to do this. And yeah, we hope to put on a show like always here, which is why we have people like Salman. बहुत हाथ पैर जोड़ने पड़े थे before he agreed. So, but it's worth the effort.
Hi Salman, Sana here from Indian Express. What an amazing storyteller you are, apart from being an actor. We just loved that.
सलीम खान का बेटा हूँ.
And you rightly mentioned the 5 stars, of course, have been ruling. But tell me about the time when maybe one or two of you were nominated together and you lost to each other. Like, how did you deal with that?
I've always lost. I was never interested in awards. Till today I'm not. I'm interested in the reward. And the reward is what I get from my fans and from, the Hindi film-going audiences and from the people of our country, the love and the respect that I get. So that is my reward. I mean, I have no problem against, they're calling this lady black lady. कहीं ये बाहर जाके बोलो किसी को तो पता चलेगा. ये मेरे हाथ में एक बार आई थी. शाहरुख के साथ मुझे ज़बरदस्ती जाके लेना पड़ा क्योंकि लोलो मेरे बगल में बैठी थी और शाहरुख बुला रहा था. It became a very awkward situation. जबकि ये second time हुआ था, बोला कि मैं ऐसे ही आऊँगा, award वगैरह लेने नहीं आऊँगा. I think Helen Auntie was getting something at that point of time, and then they got me on stage to get an award. I left it there only. There. I think they have that award.
No, it was Helen Auntie's award.
No, there was
The
one
lifetime.
there was one supporting award that was something like that. Yeah. There was something like that. So I've never been interested in these awards because I've seen so many of them at home. So many of them at home, and then my dad had no work, and कभी कोई वो जो तो क्या होता था उसका वो दरवाजे का ऊपर का वो जो खराब हो जाता था तो उसको स्टॉपर के लिए यूज़ करते थे हम. हाँ. और फिर जब घर में जगह नहीं थी तब फिर वो दे देते थे वो. तो ये है मेरी लाइफ की है जो है. बट इसमें मुझे एक चीज़ अच्छी लगती है कि आता हूँ, परफॉर्म करता हूँ, अच्छा करता हूँ, बुरा करता हूँ, लोगों को अच्छा लगता है, एंड आई एम हैप्पी विद दैट. दैट इज़ इट. और फिर क्या होता है कि इतने साल हो चुके हैं. मेन पॉइंट ये है कि इतने साल हो चुके हैं मुझे इस इंडस्ट्री के अंदर. आई थिंक द यंगर जनरेशन should get the awards, not me. Why should I get awards? I know कि जैसे कि films like Dabang, Bajrangi Bhaijaan, Prem Ratan Dhan Payo, यहाँ पे काम थोड़ा बहुत अच्छा है, you know, तेरे नाम. I didn't want anything. I just say कि पिक्चर चल गई है, इतने का बिजनेस किया है, हमारे हिंदुस्तान की जनता ने ये पिक्चर का अवार्ड मुझे दे ही दिया है. तो अब किसी दूसरे को वो अवार्ड दिया जाए तो उसका एक हाइप बनता है, उसकी एक जर्नी उसकी शुरू होती है. That's why but मुझे हर अवार्ड फंक्शन बुलाएगा, मैं चला जाऊंगा परफॉर्म करने के लिए, होस्ट करने के लिए, मेरा काम है.
Thank you, guys. That was the last question.
Preeti here from Bharat 24.
Preeti,
Yeah,
that's
one
your
last,
last
one last.
question.
Just one thing before you ask Preeti, and I'll keep this to 1 minute. I think what Salman has also sort of spoken to you all about, and he's given 2-3 instances. I think as the Indian film industry grew, the awards franchise also grew from being a part of a small niche to it becoming a sort of a really large business. And Salman mentioned a very valid point about when a business grows too large, on how either you self-regulate or it needs regulation, right? Because left to our own devices, I think human beings will find what we say the shortcuts. And he related an instance that happened with him in his first this thing. There have been other instances, and I think the onus is, at least in the last 7 years that I've been here, I think the onus is very, very clearly on us, and it is our job to make sure that we try our damnedest. Of course, mistakes will happen. We are human, but we try and damnedest to get every little element of this award absolutely correct. And that's always been our endeavor.
No,
but I think
he's right about that. He's 100% right about that. But इतने सारे अवार्ड हैं कि ये नहीं तो उसको दे दो, इसने परफॉर्म किया तो उसको दे दो. तो वो एक ओरिजिनलिटी, एक जेन्युइननेस, एक अवार्ड का हुआ करता था, वो खो गया कि जितेश के करीब कोई है तो उसको धड़ाधड़ अवार्ड मिले जा रहे हैं. ये सब बहुत हुआ है.
लास्ट 7 साल में नहीं है और आगे भी नहीं होगा, hopefully.
But I'm not talking about FilmFare. I'm talking about the other awards as well. और वो उनको करना भी पड़ता है कि कोई अमेरिका में शूटिंग है, लंदन, I cannot make it, तो फिर नेक्स्ट बेस्ट को देना पड़ेगा क्योंकि इतने सारे लोग आए हैं, और वो नेक्स्ट बेस्ट ही होता है या थर्ड बेस्ट होता है. तो those guys are not there. तो वो पेरेंट्स नहीं होती, वो जो आपका टीवी का एक TRP, वो जो रेटिंग, वो जो पैसे, वो जो इनके पैसे.
In fact, Salman ने बहुत गहरा पॉइंट बोला. Salman, if I can just add, sorry to interrupt.